Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the canteen and how to cook or prepare our food. I recently upgraded this video because the audio was a little bit difficult to hear in my last video, so hopefully this is a little bit easier for you guys to hear. You'll have several options whenever you enter the canteen menu. You'll be able to pay with money, pay with points, or pay with a voucher. It doesn't really matter which of these you choose. Pay with voucher allows you to feed all of your friends for free. However, just choose the one that's best for you, or whichever one you have the most of. Either way, it doesn't really matter. This is the canteen menu. The first option that we can choose is the custom platter, but we'll go over that later on. So firstly, let's look at the chef's choice platter. You'll notice I have plus 50 in health and plus 50 in stamina. The chef's choice platter is always made by taking all the fresh ingredients available to us and throwing them into one pot. Here, I happen to have 6 fresh ingredients. You do have a cap of plus 50 when it comes to fresh ingredients, however you do get plus 10 per fresh ingredient. So with only 2 fresh ingredients, you'll get plus 20. I also have 3 stars of activation chance. That's because each fresh ingredient adds half a star of activation chance. So with 6, I have 3 full stars. Next, we're going to look at the meat platter. The meat platter gives us attack up, and always does. That remains consistent in the custom platter. Then we have the fish platter, which gives us defense up, and then we have the vegetable platter, which gives us elemental resistance up. You'll notice that there's a letter next to the status effect, such as here, elemental resistance up. The letter I have is L because there's 6 vegetables here. So 2 vegetables always increase the status effect by 1 increment. You start with small, which takes 2 of a particular ingredient, then 4 for medium, and then 6 for large. There are a couple pre-mades after this, and we'll go over those so we can understand how those work when it comes to our categories. The very next one that we have is the hunter's platter. The hunter's platter is a courage food. If you see listed on the ingredients, you'll see that there's 6 courage symbols on those ingredients, which courage is also red. Next we have the healthy platter, which is a resilience food, then the challenger's platter, which is a vigor food, comfort platter, which is an acumen food, and the gunner platter, which is artillery food. Each one of these remains consistent in the custom platter, followed by multiple pages of beverage options that we can choose. Right now we'll just cover the food. Here we're going to look at custom platters that we can create. Initially you'll only have 4 ingredients that you can use, but eventually you'll unlock the ability to use 6. Right now we have 3 different types of ingredients to choose from, as well as beverages. So again, we're going to go over those 3. The first one is meat, which always gives us attack status effect, then fish, which gives us defense status effect, and then we have vegetables, which gives us elemental resistance up. The food skills page lists all of the categories of food that we have available, as well as our beverages. Currently I only have 2 pages of beverages, but you will unlock more as the game progresses. So you start with feline polisher, then feline rider, then feline slugger in the courage category. The feline slugger requires 6 courage ingredients. The feline polisher requires 2, and the feline rider requires 4. So from the top down it requires 2, 4, and 6 courage ingredients. This remains consistent throughout all the rest of the skills pages, as well as the last few pages designated for beverages. Let's explore the categories of food ingredients that we can choose for a custom platter. There are 5 categories. The categories are different than the types. The types, once again, are meat, fish, and vegetables. And then we have the 5 categories. The 5 categories are the categories that we viewed in the food skills page and are listed from the top down, just like they are listed from left to right in the food skills page. The top skill row is going to be courage, then resilience, then vigor, then acumen, then artillery. Let's say we wanted to work on the skill feline black belt. Feline black belt requires 4 vigor skill ingredients. It doesn't matter whether those ingredients consists of meat or fish or vegetables. As long as we select something from the vigor skill tree, then we'll receive feline black belt. Now that we have feline black belt, we have 2 extra slots that we can allocate to something else. Let's say we wanted to work on feline polisher, which is a courage skill ingredient. Then all we would need is 2 ingredients from the courage skill tree. I chose 2 vegetables here, so you can see how that influences my meal effects. I have feline polisher and feline black belt. You'll also see my elemental resistance up went to medium rather than small, which is what it was before. That's because I had 2 vegetables selected in my feline black belt. So now that I have 4 vegetables total, it gives me elemental resistance up medium. Let's look at how fresh ingredients impact our meal effects. I do have 4 fresh ingredients selected. I'm receiving plus 40 health because I'm receiving plus 10 health per fresh ingredient. There is currently a cap of plus 50 health that you can receive from food. However, you do get half a star of activation chance per fresh ingredient that you select. So with 6 fresh ingredients selected, you would have 3 full stars of activation. The last 2 slots that we have on our ingredients list allow us to change our status effects and our food skills. Currently, I have the status effects defense up medium and elemental resistance up small, as well as feline polisher and feline medic. The last ingredient, armor crab, can change my defense up while keeping my feline medic acumen food skill. So if I change armor crab to something like, let's say, tainted fruit, then that will change my defense up medium to defense up small. So it's important to keep tabs on your ingredients. It can be difficult to juggle all of your ingredients and the health benefits on top of the activation chance, status effects, and food skills that you're looking for. However, cooking a meal that not only serves your hunter well, but also pleases you as a player can give us one of the greatest videos in video game history. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.